for joining. Do you mind renaming yourself? It shows Redmi. Thank you. Because we have one more Redmi here in the meeting. Do you mind unmuting yourself and tell us about yourself, just a brief introduction?
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me here. I'm really honored and grateful. First of all, happy Women's Day to everyone.
Thank you.
I don't know what to say, but I'm in love with speaking. I'm in love with expressing my heart out, and I'm in love with creating an impact, emotions. If my words, my emotions, my expressions can make someone feel and touched, then I feel very amazing. I feel good. I feel blessed. So that's about me. Yeah.
Do you mind renaming yourself?
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we have Tripti in the house. Hey Tripti, we all know you, but do you mind sharing a brief introduction? You're joining us after a long time.
Thank you so much, Harshita. So Harshita sent me this meeting invite today, and it was really exciting to see firstly the theme of the meeting and all the people. Harshita was there, Manya was there, and so I was really looking forward to attend the meeting today. So thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your evening with us today. Now we have Dipendu with us. Hey Dipendu,
hello.
Do you mind sharing your brief introduction with us?
Sure. My name is Deeptendu. I am a member of Toastmasters Club of Storytellers, which conducts its meetings on Saturdays. And I have been a part of Toastmasters community since 2014. I am a software engineer by profession, and I am also into writing and singing.
Oh, this is amazing. Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for all our guests? Now we have one more special person, Jyoti, but I would not ask her for her intro because we are keeping it safe for before her session. And with that, I again welcome you all to a very special meeting where we are celebrating Women's Day. But may I ask everybody to turn on your camera before we begin, because it's very sad to talk to a blank screen. And we would want to take a screenshot as well. Great, Piyush has turned on. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Let's say cheese on a count of 3, and I will take a screenshot. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Hey, thank you so much, everyone. We have a few more guests joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. And now I want to tell you something. When I personally feel fortunate, firstly, that we are celebrating Women's Day, but I feel fortunate very much because I have been born in a family where we empower women. I have worked in an organization where they empower women. In my last organization, the entire floor was full of women. More than 70% was women in my last organization. In my current organization, I work in a team where we are all women. The leader is women, her leader is women, and her leader is women. So all top to bottom, the whole department is led by women. So I feel very fortunate. Not just that, I am a part of a club, TMSL, that empowers our women. We have so many female figures taking up leadership role. Our past president was Toastmaster Manya. Before that, we had Toastmaster Kashir serving as president, and then before that, we had Toastmaster Jyoti as well, who has done a lot for the club, and she's here with us today. With that said, we are going to talk much more about Women's Day today. But let me share a little bit about the structure of the meeting. Since I've said that it is a special meeting, we are going to conduct in a very different way. The meeting is divided into 4 segments. In the first segment, we of course going to have our Toastmaster Manya with a debate session. Then in the second, we have our keynote speaker, Toastmaster Jyoti. In the third one, we have some fun, some entertainment with Toastmaster Piyush, who is going to have a game planned for us. And then fourth session is table topic by Toastmaster Janvi. Now, this special meeting, in this meeting, we have all our female figures leading the roles. But as we say, the men are incomplete without women. I think the similar way, women are incomplete without men. So we have two men supporting the role of timer and one of a game master in this meeting today. But before we begin, help me welcome our timer of the day, who will introduce us of his role. Toastmaster Harshvardhan. He has been very consistent in the meetings. Every time you send an email for role allotment, he's the first one to take it. He's always up for learning. Help me welcome Toastmaster Harsh to share his role with us.
Thank you, Anchor Toastmaster Harshita. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests. I am the timer of today's meeting. My role is to keep the track of time each speaker is taking. There are total 4 segments, and the time period of debate is 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the red card at 1 minute, and again red card at 2 minutes. And the time segment of table topic segment is 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds on each side, and the time of the game is 8 to 10 minutes. I will show green card at 8 minutes, yellow card at 9 minutes, and red card at 10 minutes. Here I am sharing how I will display the cards. Here is a green card. Here is a yellow card, and here is a red card. Thank you. Over to Anchor Toastmaster Harshita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshvardhan. Let me just quickly handle some technical side of it. This is the first time I am being the host. Apologies, just trying to make somebody a co-host here so that we can spotlight the speakers. Rohit, do you mind making Nishta co-host? Done? Thank you so much. All right. So moving towards our very special and first segment of the meeting, we have our host of this segment, Toastmaster Manya, who was our past president, who has taken various role in TMSL, who has been consistent performer and has been winning awards in almost every contest. Last meeting, offline, Toastmaster Manya was our best speaker. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Manya? With that, I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Manya to take it forward.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harshita. I'm humbled with this elaborate introduction. So good evening, everyone. It's a good evening. Let's wish good evening and start testing whether our microphones are actually working or are we just on videos. So can I have a good evening from all? Because it's indeed a good evening. We are celebrating Women's Day.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah. Now I can feel that the microphones are on and we are not just having any technical issues, because that was my side check to ensure that I have people who are going to be participative in this enriching debate section. So I welcome you all again to this debate section, which is a novel addition in this Women's Day special meeting. So since we're having a good number of people in the house, I was just planning to have an interactive debate wherein I will be introducing a topic and two people will be coming on stage at the same time. So one person will be speaking for the motion and the other person will be speaking against the motion. So for example, if I give you the topic such as that let me think of an interesting topic that air hostess job should all be taken up by men. So the first speaker will be speaking for 1 minute for the motion. Thereafter, the red card will be up, and the second speaker will speak against the motion, and thereafter the red card will be up. So once the red card for the second speaker is up, the first speaker can again conclude in 1 or 2 sentences, and the stage will be reverted back to the second speaker to give the conclusive remarks. So the total time limit for each speaker will be 1.5 minutes, and the total time limit for this interactive debate will be added up to 3 minutes. All set? So first speaker, I'll again say, the first speaker I'll allot, it will be my disposition to decide who is going to speak for the motion and who is going to speak against the motion. So being the master, I will be the one deciding your destiny for today. Secondly, you will be given first minute to speak for the motion. The red card will up. The second speaker will have to start immediately to speak against the person. So in the person who is speaking against can introduce some new points on the topic, or you can even oppose the person who speaks for the motion. So it will be good if you can interact and engage with each other's points so that it becomes a lively discussion rather than a monotonic conversation. And lastly, once the second speaker has spoken up, there will be 15 seconds. There will be 30 seconds given to the first speaker to summarize and 30 seconds to the second speaker. All set? Great. So for the first topic, so Harshvardhan, I hope the rules are clear for the timer. You will be showing a red card after first minute, red card after second minute, and after the second minute, 30 seconds after you show again the red card, and after 30 seconds again the red card. So it's all going to be red and no yellow and green. Okay. So can I have first two volunteers who would like to speak up on the very first topic? Okay, Ajay Sharma is there. Second person. It's going to be enriching. You see, you miss 100% of the chances you don't take. So let's take a chance and see how we are good at debating. And topics are easy, fairly ones. Anyone? So otherwise, I'll take a pick. Okay, Rohit. So Rohit and Ajay. So the host, can you please put them all both on spotlight? And Rohit, would you please mind unmuting yourself and putting yourself on camera? Okay, and Ajay, can I have Ajay as well on spotlight? Sure. Yeah, I can see that. So, Ajay is there on spotlight. Can you have Rohit as well?
I have added both of them.
I can see Rohit. Is he there? Yeah, Rohit is there. Can you please put him also on the spotlight? Rohit, can you please keep your camera on so that we can put you on spotlight?
Yeah, my camera is on, Mane. Can you see me?
Yeah. So Nishta, can you add spotlight? Yeah, now they are both there. Okay. So let me decide the topic. Okay. So from my suggestion, Ajay will be speaking for the motion and Rohit will be speaking against the motion. Okay. So Rohit, Ajay will go first, followed by Rohit. So Rohit, till then you can keep yourself on mute. Okay, guys. So your topic is.
Just 1 second. I'm sorry to interrupt. I have to speak against the motion, right?
Yes, against.
Okay.
Yeah. So pay attention. I'll be saying the topic once and repeating it again. To reduce obesity, government should mandate exercise every day. To reduce obesity, government should make exercise mandatory. Toastmaster Ajay, your time starts now.
Men, health is the topmost priority and the most valuable wealth for everyone. And obesity is the major challenge for anyone to maintain a good health. So why not government should step in and make it mandatory? Because anyways the people are spending a lot of money on health, right? Nowadays, we have a lot of things to distract from taking care of ourselves. So even I remember one of the government in I think it's one country, okay, in European country, they make it mandatory to the drive cycles so that people take care for their health, and that's how the obesity is taken care, right? So I am very much supportive to the government making it mandatory even in India as well.
Okay, thank you. Now Toastmaster Rohit, you can start. You're on mute, Rohit. Yeah, now you can.
Being human on this planet Earth is the best thing, I think. And humans are the only species on planet Earth who does have mind, who does have brain, and who can help in the development. Okay, none of the species have that much of brain. So instead of giving all the credits to the government, that government should do this, government should do that, why do not humans are we are that much equipped, we do have that much of brain, that we all know that if we do not exercise, lifestyle disorders will follow. So why does not we all take initiatives by ourselves? We do have that much of I think brain, and if we do not exercise each and every day, we know what will happen. At the age of 30, we look like we are 40. At the age of 40, we look like we are 60. So instead of giving all the blame to the government, that government should do this, I think we should take the initiative and we should do it by ourselves, because government is not even improving the education system. So we cannot expect anything from the government. So we should do it by ourselves.
Red card is up now. It's time for Ajay to summarize. Yeah, Ajay, you can go ahead.
Okay, exactly. I would prefer, as Rohit said, people should take a step and they should adopt the good things. But if we see the data, right, people are not so not so good taking measures to take care of their health and all other things, right? So I think if the government step in, then it becomes mandatory for the people to follow. If we take example of wearing helmet over the while driving, then if it is government making mandatory to wear helmet while driving, then people follow. Otherwise, there are very, very few number of people that follow the rules. So yeah, I think government should make it mandatory.
Now it's Rohit, your turn again.
It's not I don't think so, because see, even up, have you ever seen a child who is, the teacher is standing over him and keeping a stick in his hand and asking him, just study? Do you ever seen that much someone becoming an IAS officer just by teacher standing in front of him and saying just study, because it does not want to study? So it is something that your inner voice should say, okay, if you can't feel like doing this, nobody, doesn't matter how you are going, somebody is going to say, or government is mandating the rules and regulations, nobody is going to do that. So I think this is something that should come from inside, and we should be that much observant about.
Thank you so much, Rohit. Thank you so much, guest Ajay. And indeed, it was an enriching session. You all were models for the debate section to follow. I really like the take you took, whether it should be an initiative, whether it should be mandate. So thank you so much. So one amend in the rule that, keeping interest of time, the summarization section will be 15 seconds now instead of earlier proposed 30 seconds, which means that first you will speak for 1 minute and the opposing side will speak for 1 minute. And then Harshvardhan, we can share red card after 15 seconds instead of 30 seconds, so that we are just going ahead and more people can get a chance to speak. Okay, so can I have another set of debaters for the next segment? Okay, Tripti is there. It's Women's Day. Women, motivate and come up. Okay, Redmi has raised hand, so please identify yourself, sir. Okay, I think till Redmi comes up, we have Sambhav as well. So Tripti and Sambhav can go next. So Nishtha, can we spotlight both Nishtha, Sambhav and Tripti? So Nishtha, waiting for you. Are we spotlighting the speakers for the next segment?
We have
Sambhav as well as Tripti.
Sambhav and Tripti. We have Tripti. We have Sambhav.
Okay. Since we have a man and a woman combination, I would like to introduce a very kind of erratic topic. So the topic is scientists should invent a machine by which men can also reproduce. Scientists should invent a machine by which men can also reproduce. So Sambhav will be speaking for the motion and Sakti will be speaking against the motion. Okay. So Sambhav, the topic is, I hope it's clear that you have to speak that scientists should invent the machine. Over to you.
Yeah, so we all know to develop, we all have, like humans have to reproduce. Like not humans, everyone, every species on Earth has to reproduce to go on. And so, as we all know, like reproduction is not an easy task. A person or say woman have to bear a lot of changes in her body to reproduce. Physical changes, emotional changes, and these are the one that we know. There are many that even the woman that is reproducing don't know. Hormonal changes and all that. So I think the scientists should make a machine so that the men can also reproduce. So this way we can know what women are going through while reproducing, and also we can reduce their burden somehow. So yeah, this is
okay. So you can.
So while it is completely true that men also should be very vigilant about, they should know what women go through in their day-to-day lives, but enabling men or having machines that will enable men to reproduce is, I think, giving the entire value of a woman on that aspect of reproduction only. That women, the only value of a woman is reproduction, and then if men have to understand the value of women, they need to reproduce as well. So that is not true, because there are a lot of value addition which a woman contributes to the society. So it is not necessary that if men need to understand what a woman goes through or what value they add to the society, they really need to reproduce, because then it will hold true for all the other things that women go through. So men will have to go through all of those things as well. Over to you.
So you are right that women value can't be just understood by the process that they produce babies. But as we all know, in ancient times and even today in some areas, woman is considered just as a child producing machine. So that is not true. And sometimes like families of women in backward areas also force women, like you have to produce 2 child, 3 child, like we can say their grandparents or somehow like immediately after marriage, you have to produce a child. Sometimes the woman is not ready. There are other issues like her professional life or some other issues also. So how can we put all this burden only on women?
Yeah. So Sambhav, now it's Tripti's turn. Sorry to cut in.
Yeah. So as you said, Sambhav, that in many of the tier 2, tier 3 cities, even in tier 1 cities, women are considered as child rearing machines. So that is exactly what I want to challenge, that the value of women doesn't entirely lie on producing children, and there is a lot more to a woman. So yeah, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tripti, Toastmaster Sambhav. Your takes were equally powerful. I really like the way you engage with each other and put up the points from either side. Now we'll quickly have another set of debaters. Can I have a raise of hands? So Redmi is already ready and Alicia Singhal. So guys, you need to come on camera to participate in debate, because we are spotlighting everyone and we like to have an enriching face-to-face debating section. Okay, great. So Alicia, I think your video is not visible to me. Is it the same for everyone else? Yeah, now I think it is. So, hi Alicia, good evening. Yeah, so both of them have been spotlighted. Great. So let me introduce the topic. to just take an off turn from women's debate, I'll take a new topic. To avoid brain drain, Indian government should ban immigration of Indian graduates. Okay? To avoid brain drain, Indian government should ban immigration of Indian graduates. And now, Alicia will speak against the motion, and I think it's Tushar will speak for the motion. So Tushar, you have to speak for the motion that Indian government should ban Indian graduates from going abroad. Yeah, over to you, Tushar. You're on mute. Yeah, Tushar, yeah, now you can start.
Tushar or Tarun?
Yeah, just getting confused. Yeah, go ahead. Actually, yeah, Tushar, now it's correct. You can go ahead.
Okay. Me against the notion, against the
for the motion. For the motion.
Should ban, should stop them from moving to the other country. Yep, I think yes, I think it should be there because we Indians are so much talented. We have so much such a great skill set and all the things. So why not making our country more developed and as it is today? So that it would be more better. We would have a more better future than contributing in some other countries' development and all. I would say. That's it, I would say.
Yeah, Alicia, you can start.
Okay. So, Indian government should not ban migrating students to another country for studies because there's not only one reason for this. It has many reasons behind it. Like in India, education system is not properly defined and it is full of corruption, as we all know. It is very indiscriminated with children here that they don't get proper admission in colleges and in degree courses because of the corruption here. And the politicians are also not very truthful about it. They hide all the funds, they don't use it properly in the education. So where will a student go and study? She has to find somewhere. She has to go like out of country and study there.
So Tarun, you can start for the conclusion.
Yes, I totally agree with Alicia. What is she saying? Because in India, education system is not proper. It's more theoretical than practical. But what I would like to say that it still India has produced many persons who have proven to be a great in the history in the history of the world. Beyond this theoretical education system, we have produced a great scientists like APJ Abdul Kalam sir. He gave us he contributed for our country to a very what I would say.
Tarun, thank you so much. Actually, it's time for Alicia to start. Time's up. Yeah, Alicia, you can summarize.
The Indian government should not ban sending students outside because Indian education is not very good, and children has to find a better education system wherever they can get.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Alicia. Thank you so much, Tarun. I'm sorry for the misplacement in names. However, I really like the use of examples and illustrations you both guys used. So now we are just having, due to the paucity of time, we'll just have one last set of the debaters. So can I have the volunteers? Okay, Jagravi is there, but Jagravi, I would just prefer someone without a rule today. So in case there
We
is
have
anyone else, otherwise we can go ahead.
Chintan,
Okay, Chintan
Yeah.
and Dev.
Harsh. Okay.
Chintan and Dev. Okay, Dipali, you can get a chance in TTM section. Just wait for that. I'm really sorry, but we cannot accommodate more than that. Okay, so I can see Chintan on screen.
And who is the next?
Dev. It's Dev.
Okay.
Yeah, so Chintan and Dev are there. Just a moment, I'll put them. Alright. So another topic, because I was just going through an article yesterday from the newspaper, and this topic is an offshoot from the same. So the topic is scientists should invent a medicine which can make a person immortal. Scientists should invent a medicine which can make a person immortal. So they will go for the motion and Chintan will go against the motion. Okay, so Dev, your time starts now. You can mute yourself on unmute. Yeah, your time has started.
I loved my father. I still love my father. I loved him. Suddenly he died, ladies and gentlemen, last year because of COVID-19. We never knew within just a week he will go away. I miss him a lot. And I'm genuinely saying this in front of everyone that scientists should make a medicine, a pill, so that a person can live throughout the entire, immortal. Because I just can't express my feelings right now, what I'm feeling. The moment person dies, you just can't even communicate with that person. That person is gone. How much you are screaming, how much you have that urge, but that person can't connect with you anymore. So I just want to say with all my heart that if any scientist is looking at me or is listening me, please make a pill, because I want to meet my father as soon as possible. Thank you.
So Chintan, your time.
I completely relate, Dev, with you, because it might be a coincidence or whatever you say. I lost my father 27 years back. So it's like my little brother doesn't even remember the face of my father. But it's a harsh reality that we are put on the earth for the limited period of time. And as soon as we can understand and accept the reality, we can come out of the trauma, what has happened. Because we need to take care of the people who are there surrounding us. And the soul which you are loving are always there around you if you are looking for with the right intent. Now, when it comes to the topic that scientists should discover, I think there would be many implications if everyone would be immortal. Think now the population is such that we are not getting equal food, equal jobs, and basic necessities. What will happen? Everyone will become immortal. What would be the crime rate and how the world would survive without being violent? That's what I want to say as a red card is flashing right in front of my face. Over to you.
Yeah. Go ahead. Dev, you can summarize.
I completely agree with each and every point you said, my brother, my friend. I am just looking the emotional aspect here. And because of this emotional reason, I am just saying that because I loved him so much, I still want him just next to me, right here. Because he was amazing, damn good looking human being. And I can see him right now as well, as you can see this picture. So I hope everybody can see the picture. It's my dad. So just looking at him, I wanted to say that, yes, if he will be there with me, I would be the most happiest. That's all. Thank you.
And then you can summarize now.
Great. So I just want to say that accept the reality and be the better person in the remembrance of your father and set an example, be better than him. And that's the only way to live, accept the reality. And there's no point being immortal because life is a cycle that we are here and we need to go so that new ones can come and live their lives. That's what I want to say over to you.
Amazing. So this conversation seemed like a tussle between heart and the brain, the rational and the emotional mind, which is always in conflict. We want to eat the pasta, but we want to also keep our weight in balance. So very good takes. I really appreciate both the points and perspectives. And now, due to paucity of time, we just have to rush up to the next section. So thank you so much, everyone, for participating in this enriching debate section. In case you wish to speak more, just stay tuned in for the section because we have the table topic section lined up in which you will be given an independent and individual choice to make and speak your heart out rather than contradicting and opposing the person standing next to you. So I can we have the polls for the best debater now, Harshita?
Yes.
Okay, so polls will be there. You guys can vote for the best person whom you think. So polls have been put up. They are guest Ajay, Toastmaster Rohit, Toastmaster Tripti, Toastmaster Sambhav. So the first two people spoke on the topic of obesity. The second set, Toastmaster Tripti and Toastmaster Sambhav, spoke on the topic related to whether men should reproduce or not. Guest Alicia and Tushar on immigration, and lastly Chintan and Dev on the topic of immortality. So you can take your pick and choose the best debater of the set.
Just a few more, guys. Thank you.
Great. So I think the polls are done. And now, before I hand over the stage to our Madam Anchor, can we have everyone on camera, please? Because I want energy to just pass on from the next. So in physical meetings, we always shake our hands to ensure that the vibrations are passed on to the next person. So to ensure that energy pass on in this virtual setup, I would like everyone to be on camera, and with a huge round of applause, let's create the vibe of physical meeting. And we are going to their experience too.
Let's unmute ourselves.
So though Zoom has given us virtual icons of clapping, I think that there are no kind of summary or kind of replacement for this thunderous round of laughter. So over to you, Harshita, with this vibe to take the kind of women's day forward.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Manya, for an amazing session. Everybody enjoyed it. We saw some practical, we saw some emotional aspect of being human. So thank you so much, everybody, for participating. Now, moving on to our next segment, we have a very special round here. We have a keynote speaker, and this keynote speaker is none other than a seasoned TMSLian, Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Jyoti is an engineering graduate in computer science, and she has been working in IT for a couple of years and primarily in the data analysis field. She was part of TMSL for a very long time. She has served as a secretary, as a VP education, as a president. She was the one when we were moving. She was a president when we were moving from offline to online mode during COVID, and she has managed it all very successfully in that time. And we are all living that legacy that she has set up. She was the part of area director of E4 in the year of 2020 and 2021, and was awarded with President's Distribution Area recognition on ending her tenure with 5 clubs in her kitty. Currently, she is actively working with Wave to lead Toastmaster. She's one of the founding member and president of that club, which runs on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Now, if you remember the roll cards that you see before every meeting, she was the one to formalize those cards, and we are living that legacy. Toastmaster Jyoti continue to inspire all of us, and I am truly inspired to leave a legacy like her. She has left big shoes for all of us to fill. And with that, help me welcome Toastmaster Jyoti, who is going to talk about her journey and challenges she has faced on this very special day. Toastmasters Jyoti, welcome to the club. Welcome to this meeting after a very long time. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshita. Thank you so much for reminding me that yes, I wrote those scripts with so much meticulous efforts when I became the VP Education, and even I use them in my club as one of the testimony to tell people what exactly they need to do with this particular role. And yeah, hello everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Most of you do not know me, so equally okay not to have a very enthusiastic hellos, because I remember the time when I was a part of the club and we used to have our friends like Sagar, Saurav Google, and so many, like Sanchit as well. There will be a huge shout out when a known person will come on the stage. I'm still glad I have Toastmaster Manya. And so many of you don't know that our guest Saurabh was one of the Toastmasters why I joined TMSL. When I joined TMSL for the very first time, Toastmaster Saurabh delivered a speech. And if you'll ever see him on the stage, he has such nice voice modulation and stage presence that you'll be in awe of how good he is in presenting his thoughts. And Toastmaster Manya was uh, there in the club. Like, she joined her journey with the club when I was serving as VP Education. It's a long journey short, and I already took like 1 minute to talk about my past because I'm very excited to be here. And Women's Day, 8th of March. When is Men's Day? International Men's Day. Please feel free to unmute yourself and make a wild guess.
Every day.
Well, in that case, Women's Day is every day. Valentine's.
Yeah, that shouldn't be a day. That shouldn't be a day for men and women. There are days for everyone. So all days are for everyone. That's what my personal opinion is.
19th November is the Men's Day.
Yes. May I know who was it who spoke up? Because I'm on the highlights, so I can't see.
Dipali. It's Dipali.
Thank you, Dipali. So, guys, I completely understand that whenever there is a Women's Day or a Valentine's Day, we all feel like it's every day. Why do we have special days? But then why do we have a special meeting as well to celebrate Women's Day, right? And my point is, why is there so much hype about women? Why not about men? In this meeting itself, there's so many men, and even they don't know there's an International Men's Day as well. That's on November 19th. So I hope by that time you also have a meeting specifically to celebrate the men that we have. Right? Let's just talk about the journey that I had as a woman. Not as a woman, but just as an individual from where I started and how it went along. So let's go back to the journey. When I passed out from class 10, right? And my dad said, Jyoti, this is not what I imagined for you. Why are you going for non-medical? I just felt you'll go for bachelor's in commerce and after 3-4 years, we'll get you married off. So that was the plan that my dad had for me. And for me, I was good in studies, so I felt why not to give non-medical a try. And that too with the bang that yes, I wanted to go to a good school and have the coaching for IIT and JEE, other exams as well. But now, in this whole scenario, many of you might feel that because she was a woman, that's why her father did not want her to go out. But that's not the case. I think my father got me admitted to the best school that he knew at that time. He just followed the obligations that we had as a society. That why to place your woman in an unsafe place, right? And just after I got my admission for the non-medical, that was a bit travel.
Any woman in the house, or when you would have stepped out for the first time, you would have felt that a little insecurity, a little fear in your parents' head that how can you manage alone? And my dad knew how things operate around, but I was too much enthusiastic and too much excited to go out that I thought I'll manage everything. So it used to be the time when I had to travel every day for half an hour or 1 hour in the bus itself. And yeah, it was exciting to go out alone. But then after a few days, I realized what my father was trying to convey me. I was just sitting in the bus in my own thoughts. And I just saw somebody trying to place a hand in my lap. I first thought it was by mistake. For a long time, I kept assuming that it was by mistake. Until and unless it started happening again 2-3 times. By that time, I realized that it was not happening by mistake. But this was the same thing that my dad was scared of. I used to travel in a local bus. So it's a surety that eve teasing was quite in the air then. It was very, very much usual to go travel in a bus and you have somebody by your side who just wants to, take that opportunity as a benefit. But I honestly did not have the guts to come back home and tell my father about it. Because in that case, he was already scared, right? How would I have managed? So eventually with time, I learned how to manage. And honestly, it was difficult because you just can't go out and tell somebody, stop doing it, because the guy will come back and he'll say, I'm not doing it. You are not sitting comfortably. So that's also an equation wherein you can't just express yourself openly. So you have to be wise, you have to understand the situation, and then you have to talk your step boldly. Eventually, I learned it. But to all the people in the house, I'm sure many of you have not witnessed. It's because now, first of all, when I was going to college, all the people in the bus used to be from my age. So that kind of circle has reduced now. But still, we have sort of people. So I'm sure all the women in the house, at least once in their lifetime, would have come across a situation wherein they had to save their dignity from someone else. So that's how I did my schooling. I got good marks. I thought I did not do well in IIT. So let's go for, a backup year. I mean, I should be allowed, right? But my brother, thankfully, he did not feel like whether it was a man or a woman, he just did not allow for backup. He felt that he had enough things in his life. So he just suggested me to go for a BTech. And without any backup, without any good kind of brand with my education, I just went for a BTech. And again, just to highlight all the people who feel that there's a discrimination in men versus women, I think my father paid more for my money compared to my brother's money. I mean, compared to my brother's education. And that has stayed intact throughout. So that's another part of my life. I completed my education and I knew that I wanted to work. So I had always seen my mom working as a housewife, taking care of everything. And still by the time we'll reach home, what we'll say, Mama, why did you not do this? You were here home for the whole time. Still you don't have time. What do you do for the whole day? Please raise your hands if you have ever questioned what your mother does for the whole day. Please feel free to unmute yourself and participate as well. So I see a lot of people doing it, but trust me, by the time I am a housewife, I know what it means to be home for the whole day. It's very difficult. Yet,
not easy. True.
So I felt that no housewife, I can't make tea for people like 5 to 7 times a day. I need to go out and I need to work. That was one part. Secondly, I could stay in Punjab, I could continue as a teacher and keep earning, but I felt this is limited. Still, I will be staying in the house. Still, I'll be doing everything and teaching the same stuff over and over again. So why not to take a challenging private job? So in the year 2011, I left for Delhi and I joined one of the prestigious IT companies and worked there for like 5 to 6 years. I look chubby on the screen now as well. And 10 years back as well, I looked very chubby. I was very healthy. And coming from a background wherein color, complexion, and body, physique, size, everything matters when you have to get your daughter married, it mattered for me as well. So I would have relatives who will tell me, ये ना बेसन लगाया करो, इससे स्किन बहुत गोरी होती है, या ना तुम रोज सुबह उठ के ना ये पानी में डाल के ये पिया करो. Even my parents, they got me some medicines as well to reduce weight. So I'm not sure how many of you have been through it, but it's a very common topic to make your marriage material. So I just felt that I should reduce weight at good time. So I did that stuff. I reduced weight. I looked nice. I worked for a lot of years. Now here comes a question wherein many people feel, is there a discrimination in the work culture that you go for? How many of you have this question? I know many of you are college age. Do you feel that there is a proper discrimination in the work culture that we have in the IT industry compared to how men are treated versus how women are treated?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, please. I had somebody who wanted to speak.
Yeah. Okay. If nobody objects, then I'll go first. So I have seen a very good environment at my workplace where they empower women. But what I still feel that subconsciously the male managers or male leaders think that for a woman it might not be very important when it comes to pay raise, and when it comes to hike they might be okay with a little less hikes. And whereas when it comes to a discussion with, because it's the appraisal time, right, this time of the month, so that's going on. So when it comes to male counterpart, I think they are more cautious giving them the hike and everything. They think that okay, they should stay happy because they assume that they have to run the family, so they need to be in the first place and they need to be taken care of. Whereas women, although they, I mean, I'm not saying they do discrimination, but subconsciously it's what I feel that we all have as in corporate world.
I would agree and would disagree, because honestly, if you ask me as an individual, I've never faced such discrimination. I knew that there were operations team and other teams wherein sometimes people will say that because that girl is beautiful, that's why she's getting perks in the name. Even I see my husband also talking about such things, and I really feel bad about it, honestly, because I feel, okay, is beauty all about it? But if you think about it subconsciously, if you look at the cycle that goes around, I feel that such things happen, and it's not men, but it's women who are responsible. There are women in the society who feel that because they do not have good educational skills or they do not have any other skill to showcase, that's why they their beauty as one of the advantages to move ahead. Or even for, I mean, not to blame all the women, but if you would ask me, now when I'm married as well, there are a lot of things to cover in my plate. I just can't sit every day with my laptop, do my work all the day, and then my mother-in-law will come and feed me. She'll definitely feed me. It doesn't look nice to me. I just feel like I should spend at least 2 hours in the kitchen and help her around. And despite in the man's case, he has his own responsibilities. So now when I've already stayed with a man for a long time, I feel that they have a definite mindset that they have to be the bread earners of the house. For some women, it's very much clear that they want to be the front end. For many of the women, it's more like they keep it as an option. They keep it as a way of keeping their independence intact, because we do not want to be dependent upon anybody, right? So that's one angle that I observed. I have been working from like 10 years now. I'm at a good pay scale and I've enjoyed working. I have enjoyed positions wherein I have led teams. I have enjoyed working with people as mentors, even as mentees as well. And alongside, I did a post-graduation, I did some plays, I stayed an active Toastmaster for a long time. I have worked with TMSL for a long time. So I did my stuff, but still it's not enough. Not for a woman, not for a man, but for an individual. You should keep growing. There is no end to what you do. I was in software testing for quite a long time. Then I realized that it's not going to pay me off. So I moved myself into SaaS. If many of you know what is SaaS, it's a technology that's used for data analytics. So I switched a job almost at the double hike, because at that time SaaS was pretty much in hype. And yes, so now I have like 10 plus years of experience. So I am into a phase wherein I should be a project manager, which I really don't want to be, because I personally feel that women get a little emotional at work, and I personally get a little emotional at work, and I may not be the right person to tell people, okay, I'm sorry, you can't get 10% raise because the company is not earning well. So I definitely am not in a stage to do that. I'll definitely do it someday. That's what I've learned in TMSL, practically into the management, into the leadership, that how we should handle such issues. I like more of the coding. So it's not just like, it's irrespective of gender, what kind of stuff you like to do, what kind of things that you like to do. Overall, if I conclude from my journey, like now when I'm married as well, our families do not really discriminate between us, whether it's a male or a female. It's more of the societal obligations that we have. Now, when I'm married, I feel that there are n number of things that are expected from me because the society does it. Is any of you married here? Raise your hand if you are. No?
Toastmaster Leela.
Okay, Toastmaster Leela. I think you can understand it. So whenever I was recently married off, so whenever I go to any of the relatives' place, specifically my relatives' place, they ask, Manish ji, kya khayenge? Hum wahi banayenge. Okay, but nobody ever asked from Manish's family, Jyoti ko kya pasand hai? Nobody ever asked it. Okay, there was one day when some of the people came to our house early morning, and that was the first time I did not take a bath in the morning. So my mother-in-law was like, "Aaj thoda late ho gaye the, isliye." Otherwise, when I am alone, like I wake up at 9:30 every day. Okay, 9:30, and then also I go late downstairs. She never questions. Similarly, when it comes to have a child, I automatically have this thing that because society, respects a woman with a boy child first. Maybe if I'll have a boy child, I'll be more privileged or respected. But on the contrary, if I go back and ask my mother-in-law, who should you prefer? She's like, it's equal, beat anybody. So guys, it's not just us. It's the societal obligations as well that put on the responsibilities on what a man versus what a woman should do. But as an individual, take your stand. First of all, as an individual, define the goals that you have in your mind, whether you're looking for financial security, emotional security, or any kind of, if you're looking for developing yourself in any sort of arts, anything. So go and find out yourself in that particular route and then work through it, irrespective of the gender or anything. We have obligations. If I talk about the other side, men also have obligations. Men are not allowed to cry in front of everybody, right? It's very difficult for me to go back and confront my husband on how he feels particularly about a situation. So it's equally for each gender. And I think it's a good journey to be a human being above everything else. I'll wrap up myself here, and I hope I have not overshot the time. I will open the house for any questions or any queries or anything that you have. I see Dipali. Dipali, is it a raise of hand or is it a clap? Please feel free to unmute yourself.
A clap.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Dipali is our newest member. Welcome to the club, Dipali.
Thank you so much, Harshita.
Well, that was an amazing journey, Toastmaster Jyoti. Touched upon a lot of important topics that we usually tend to miss out, and we think that it's the norm. It's the usual norm that we have to live by. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions you have for Toastmaster Jyoti.
Specifically to my career, I think many people are interested to be in the IT industry as well.
When you talked about SAS, that reminds me that I invested a good amount in learning SAS, and I never attended a single class. You love things that I cannot like in professional field, but yet we are so much alike in so many ways. You talked about coding, oh my God. But I am a project manager that you talked about that you are not thinking to be a right now.
No. I am more of somebody who would like to work. I mean, just silent worker.
That's great.
So I just want to say something, Toastmaster Jyoti.
Sure.
So at the starting, when I said that all should have the days, not a single day, the reason when I said, and you concluded with a similar thought, that I really loved how much enlightened you are when you said that we have to accept that we are the human being. And once that acceptance comes, then everything can be sorted out, no matter what societal obligations we have or no matter what situations we are. So that's a thought which I also had, and kudos to you that I attended this session for different reason. Might be debate, or I when I saw the poster, I thought that the keynote speaker must be talking about women more, but you emphasized and balanced both part of the society, and you rightly mentioned both pros and cons of being male and female. So kudos to you and thanks for that enlightening session. Over to you.
It's a huge compliment.
Any last thought or questions before we move to our next segment?
Just one last thought from me, that I really loved being a part of the meeting. I really loved the way debate section was particularly conducted. I'm so impressed with the quality of the thoughts you guys have got. When I was listening to Sambhav, I was so amazed that he had such nice, crisp, clear thoughts in his head on how to present a view. And similarly for all the people as well who presented. So kudos to all the people who are working really hard to bring such nice quality and content in the club.
Yes. Let's give a round of applause to Toastmaster Jyoti and everybody in this meeting.
Thank you so much, everyone, for having me.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jyoti, for enlightening us with so many facts and saying that let's be human being above everything else. So thank you so much for that. Now we move to our next segment, that is game section. Let's lighten the mood by having some fun activities around. Now for this one, I would like to invite our young entrepreneur who has a passion and a mission for building a community of a very healthy mind and beautiful people with beautiful mindset. Help me welcome Toastmaster Piyush on stage, who would entertain us with some game session that he has planned. Over to you, Toastmaster Piyush.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harshita. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Piyush Arora, the Game Master of the day. So I'll be hosting a little game for you all. So the name of the game is the S word. The main goal of the game is to avoid saying any word that has letter S. Okay. So I'll quickly share the rules of the game. The first rule is the first person will say a random word and call out another person in the room. Okay. So the second person must say a word that is related to the first word stated by the person before him within 5 seconds and call another person in the room. The person who gives an S word or any word that is not related with the previous word will be out of the game. Easy? Do anyone have any doubt or something? Okay, so let me give you an example. So let's suppose I say a word room and I pass it on to Harshita, and Harshita says a word pillow that is related to room, right? So and Harshita pass it on to Kartike, and Kartike uses the word bed sheet, but that contains the word S, so he'll be out of the game. Okay. Okay. So are you guys ready?
Yes.
Let's start with I'll start with Jagravi. The word for you, and try not repeating the person so that everyone is covered. Okay. So Jagravi, your word is pumpkin.
Fruit. Harshita.
Seed. Sambhav.
What did you say, Harshita?
Seed.
Seed. There's an S word.
Seed.
Seed, I said seed. Okay, I'm out.
Seed. F-W.
S-W.
So I say plant.
Brother. Harshita, you're out. And Sambhav?
Plant.
Plant. T.
Yeah.
Next person, choose the next person.
Yeah. So Chintan and NP said.
Chintan.
Tiny.
Choose the next person.
Jyoti.
I'm sorry, I did not hear the word that you said.
Tiny.
Tiny. Leaves. I'll choose Dipali.
Wow.
Carbon
He said tiny.
She said actually leaves. S.
S, so you're out, Jyoti. Okay.
Okay, for me,
Okay.
I choose the word carbon dioxide. And I will choose Tarun for next one.
Tarun.
Oxygen.
Carbon dioxide.
Oxygen.
Next person. Pick the next person.
Kartike.
Kartike.
Air.
You have to say the word and pick the next person for the turn.
Air and Arpit.
Maybe you can pass it on to somebody else.
Okay, I'll pass it on to Sama then. Don't include the S.
Live. Rohit.
Grain. Grain.
Couldn't he?
Grain.
Why?
Manya.
Wheat.
What was the word?
It was, he said green, I said wheat. And now it goes to Harshvardhan.
Can you?
Harsh, you're out.
Okay.
Okay, let's start over. Okay. So I'll give the next word. Laptop to Jyoti.
Mouse to.
But you're out. The word contains S, right?
I'm sorry. I think I did not have the words in the game room itself in the beginning. Maybe that's why I'm making mistakes.
Okay, the word should not contain the letter S. The name of the game is the S word.
Okay. I'm sorry.
The word should be related to the last one, but should not contain the letter S.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Makes sense now.
Okay. Pick the next person.
Okay, I'll go with the Harshvardhan.
Harshvardhan.
Bag.
Bag. Pick the next person.
Chintan.
Chintan.
The word was bag.
Yes.
Charger. And the next person would be Jagravi.
Phone. Manya.
I didn't get the word.
Phone.
Phone. Via. Harshita.
Messages.
Out.
It contains double S.
Okay, Harshita, get to pick the next person.
Alicia or Alicia?
Book.
Pick the next person. She said book.
Dipali.
Word, and I will choose Rohit.
Word?
Yeah, the word is word.
The word.
Yeah.
The word templates.
You're out. Template.
Template. No, not templates. Template. Template.
Cheating.
You're out. Okay, pick the next person.
Karthike.
Canva. And Nishtha.
Color. Next one is Naveen.
You are on mute.
So the word is color, right?
Yeah.
So palette. And the next person is Harshita.
Harshita is actually out.
Brush.
Again
out.
She's the winner of the game.
Oh my god, he has made me the winner. And in the interest of time, Piyush, let's move ahead.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster Piyush? And let me announce I'm the winner for this one, please. Now we are moving towards the next section of the meeting. Very entertaining. And for this one, this is a stable topic. And for this one, let's have Toastmaster Jagravi, who is a new Toastmaster. very consistent one, and she makes sure every time she comes on stage, she performs her role, she takes the award back home. Help me welcome Toastmaster Jagruvi on stage for table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Jagruvi. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Harshita. Okay, so let toys be toys for girls or boys. Why we stereotype? Psychologists call our mental shortcuts heuristics, and we need them to help our brains navigate the world. For example, if you see a creature with feathers sitting on a tree branch, what will you say? You'll say it's a bird. You'll say it flies. But heuristics can lead us to make potentially damaging assumptions about a person. When you simply categorize the person, you are not attributing much of a mind to them. Let us unlearn and relearn right. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am the Table Topic Masters of the day. If you are a guest or a member without a role who didn't get a chance to speak in the debate section, here is your chance to speak. The rules are very, very simple. You have to speak between 1 to 2 minutes, and you'll get an upper side grace period of 30 seconds. And if you exceed the time limit, please don't do that because time is finite. But if you exceed, then you will not be considered for the table topics final voting evaluations. Okay, so without further ado, let's start. And if you guys don't volunteer, I'll pick myself and I'll put you on the spot. So please volunteer. And I think I would like to have Dipali first. She wanted to speak when we were having the debate section. Are you up for it, Dipali, right now?
Yeah, sure.
Great, awesome. So before we start, I would like to just get you all warmed up and in the zone. So I'll ask you questions. Have you seen movies like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai or maybe the TV show Friends?
Not Friends, but yes, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai.
So do you know that game Anjali plays with her father, Shah Rukh Khan? She says that I'll say a word and you have to say the first word that comes to your mind, the Neelam show.
Yeah.
I'm going to play that game with you. I'm going to ask you 5 quick questions. You have to just say whatever you're thinking and you don't have to say. Okay. So I'll make it very simple. Beaches or mountains?
Sorry?
Beaches or mountains?
Mountains.
Mountains. What is your favorite drink?
Water.
Your favorite drink?
It is taking a lot of time. Maybe lemon water or maybe something.
Okay, good enough. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Favorite TV show?
I didn't watch so much TV.
Chocolates or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Okay, great. We're good to go. Now I'm giving you the table topic. Just give me a second. And here is the table topic. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to think. Just read this. Black eyeliner. It's standard. It's all you need. It makes the world a better place. Now you just have to start talking. You have to 1 to 2 minutes time bound.
Toastmaster Jagruvi, you need to you should disable the option of mirroring the image in the Zoom. It's being read reverse.
So all
Words
the
are reversed actually.
Oh, all it is. Just give me a second. I'll make it easier for you then.
Just go to Zoom and you will, that's fine.
Okay. Now is it better?
Oh, yes, it's standard. It's all you need. It just make the world a better place. Okay, I didn't know it is about the makeup liners or it is about the world that we live in. But let me share my thoughts on this. So, okay. I don't have any content right now to.
You can just say, you can to make your own interpretation. It doesn't have to be related to makeup. You can say, no, that's not true. Anything.
Okay. So maybe can I skip this? I'm not having any thoughts in my mind right now to say.
It's fine. Do you want me to give you another topic?
No, right now I think I am not.
Come on, you can do it.
Okay.
You're a Toastmaster.
Okay, cool. Then just give me another topic, which is the easy one, so that I can have something to talk about it.
Okay, I'll try to give you the easiest topic I have. This is the topic.
A woman without a man is like a fish without a bicycle. Okay.
Anything you assume.
Whether bicycle and fish are two different things, not things, basically living organisms. And fish lives in oceans, and bicycle is just a thing which you can run to run, or when there's someone who is doing exercises, they're using bicycle to burn their calories. So I usually do gymming, and bicycle is one of the thing that I do very, very, very less. Basically, I don't like to do that, but I need to do at the last, so that just to relax my muscles and all. And for fish, basically I'm a vegetarian, so fish doesn't make sense to me right now. I think that's it.
Great. Awesome. Thank you so much, Dipali. It was a good one.
Thank you.
So did I scare everyone, or will somebody volunteer now? The topics are not that difficult, really. You can just give your interpretation. I think we have Nishtha. Hi, Nishtha, how are you? So again...
Hi, Jaggery, I'm good.
So Nishtha, again, we'll have a quick rapid fire to get you all warmed up. And
Okay.
very simple questions. Don't think, just answer. Okay? Summer or winter?
Winter.
The best thing about being a woman?
Best thing about being a woman is being empathetic and being vulnerable easily than others, I think.
Your favorite color?
Turquoise.
Your favorite book?
My favorite book is, how can I forget the name? It's by Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist.
Great book. I love that book. Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show, The Originals.
Nice. Okay, so now I'll present my screen and I'll show you the topic. Okay, so here you go. You can just give your interpretation of this topic.
I have never been interested in being invisible and erased. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. Here we are talking about being invisible and erased, and I think for everyone, being a part of society or a group is very important. Like if you, suppose if you are erased from everyone's sight and nobody knows you exist, so you are going to feel lonely, and it is kind of, and you will not be having anyone to talk to, or maybe nobody knows you exist. So, and that is human psychology, that we are social beings and we need people. So no way we can get erased or maybe get vanished out of existence. So if I were to be the person who had to choose this, I will never choose this because I am a social person. I have become a social person after joining Toastmasters, I can say, because I have been telling a lot of people. I used to think I am an introvert person, but then I started talking to people, and then I will never choose to get erased or something, and that would be a horror show for me. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much, Nishtha. At first you were very slow, but then you really picked up pace towards the end. I love that. Okay, so now we have Game Master Piyush. You already have a role today. I think I'll go for Naveen. Naveen Gandla. Am I pronouncing your surname right?
Yeah, Jaggery.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so are you ready for your rapid fire?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
One thing you're scared of?
Table topics.
Okay. Give the person to your left a compliment.
Sorry?
Give the person to your, I hope I'm to your left, compliment. Any compliment.
Okay.
You're thinking too much.
No. Sorry, I didn't get the question. I heard of.
It's fine.
No. Can you repeat the question again?
No, we'll just cancel that question. The next
Okay.
big
Give
thing
Jagravi a compliment.
Okay. You look nice with the glasses.
Thank you. Okay, so what is the next big thing according to you? One word.
Next big thing. Should it be good or bad?
Anything, just say whatever comes to your head.
Climate change.
Okay. Your favorite TV show?
Not TV show, but there's a documentary series called Our Planet. Yeah.
Amazing, great. Now let's start. Okay. Okay. So this is a line by Drew Giplin, who was once the president of Harvard University. And she said, I'm not the woman president of Harvard. I am the president of Harvard. So this is a topic. Whatever you interpret, just say it.
Okay. Yeah. So I just mentioned that I'm scared of table topics. So
That's fine.
I'm
I'm rooting for you.
Can you show me that again? Can you keep that on? Yeah.
I am not the women president of Harvard. I am the president of Harvard.
Yeah. Okay. So to be a president, you don't. I mean, there's no gender thing in it. So anyone can lead. It doesn't have to be a man to lead a country or anything. So it was just, we were made to believe that only men are the only ones to lead, but there's nothing like that. Anyone can lead. You don't need to have any strong power, or you don't have to be strong enough to do all those things, right? So it doesn't matter, men or women.
Continue. You have to speak. Just say anything.
Okay. That's it. I don't have.
You saw the green flag.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for participating. Do we have time for another big table topic? Timer, Harshvardhan.
Yeah, let's go with 1 or 2 max.
Okay.
Let's go with 1 more.
Okay, so let's start with Karthik. Hi, Karthik.
Hi, Jagravi.
How are you?
I'm really good.
Do you want to warm up with the rapid fire, or are you already warmed up?
I love being warm up with that rapid fire.
Okay, so let's start.
It's a long time I've spoken on the stage, so I need warm up.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Let's start. Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Your favorite book?
The Investment Guide.
Are you talking about the Pat Dorsey book?
No, I don't remember the author.
That's all right. Okay. Your favorite actress? You don't have to think.
Deepika Padukone, maybe.
Great. Okay. The best thing about being a man?
I never thought something being a man. I don't know. Okay, I'm allowed to sit on my father's business easily. Society does not think. I think society might think that if I would have been girl and I would be sitting on my father's business, society might say that no, you have to be a doctor, engineer, whatever. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So I'll present my screen and let's start with the table topic.
Okay, perfect.
You're quite apt with your last answer.
Wow.
You have to give your take on it. A man's primary duty is to provide for his family, and real men don't cry.
Which one is my topic out of both?
This is just a combined topic. Okay. You can speak whatever comes to your mind with this.
Do not just remove the screen. I want to read that again.
Okay, I'll just present the screen again. I wanted to give the spotlight to be on you.
Okay.
Here you go.
A man's primary duty is to provide for his family, and real men don't cry. I disagree with both of them because, first of all, I do not distinguish between a man and woman as such, and a man's primary duty is not to provide for his family. It's his duty, and it's a girl's duty as well. And you might think, guys, you all might think that the meaning of providing for his family here is bringing money into the house. No, a girl also provides for her family. There might be different options of alternatives. The ways the girl is providing for her family might be she is doing a job or she doing a business and bringing money, or might be she is working at her home like my mother does, and basically just maintaining the foundation for all the other people to work wherever they are working. Or might be a girl has the power to inculcate good values into the next generation, and that way she would be providing for the family. Or might be a girl is feeding and making good food into the house if she likes to make food. So a human beings, I would talk in the terms of human beings value basically is to do what they like, and that might give you earning, that might give you self-esteem, that might give you happiness, sense of fulfillment. So basic duty is that, everything else is secondary. And at last, I would like to say real men do cry. The fake ones do not. Thank you.
Amazing. Loved it. Thank you so much, Karthik. And I think that is it for the table topics. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for participating. Thank you for the rapid fires.
Thank you so much. Can we have a round of applause for this amazing table topic? Such innovative start of every table topic. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jagruvi. Now, shall we have polls? Jagruvi, how many rounds did we have? 5, right?
I think we had 5, yes.
Toastmaster Dipali, Nishtha, yes, Naveen, Toastmaster,
We had
Karthik.
4 rounds.
4, right? Okay. Yeah. All right, let's launch the poll, Toastmaster Nishtha.
Yes, I did.
Few more votes, guys. Please vote. All right, let's close this now. Thank you so much, Nishtha. All right. With this, we have completed all our segments of the meeting. Can we once again have a round of applause for all the role players for making this meeting so amazing, so interacting? Can I have everyone on camera now? Just a few more minutes. This is amazing. Thank you so much. And now it's time for short feedback from our guest. We have Tarun in the meeting. Tarun, do you mind sharing a little bit feedback, maybe what you liked or maybe anything you would want us to improve upon?
It was amazing to be part of the session again. And I believe and I have observed that that offline sessions are much more appreciable and they're much more beneficial for all of us. But yeah, as Harshita told me, there is some issue with that. So sometimes it is okay to have the online session, but still, it was so good. Actually, I'm outside, so it was some kind of disturbance from my side. So I was not able to listen properly what everyone is saying, and it was my you can say my fault but yeah, actually
No
I
worries.
enjoyed it a lot. And happy
No
Women's
worries.
Day, every woman out there.
Thank you so much. And we are not really having issues with the offline meeting. We are actually planning to go offline, but we are taking on advantage of the online meetings as well to make it work for every Toastmaster in the club. But thank you so much for sharing your feedback, Tarun. We'll definitely meet you in the offline meeting as well soon. Now, moving on to our next guest, Alicia do you mind sharing a small feedback?
Hi, it was nice. It was energetic. I really enjoyed the environment.
Thank you so much. I hope we see you again in the next meeting. Thank you so much for being with us today. Now, moving on, we have guest Naveen with us. Naveen, do you mind sharing your feedback?
Hello everyone. I'm actually not a guest. I'm a member of Vision Toastmasters Hyderabad, and I recently joined, but few years ago, in 2018, I was already a member, and I was there for 6 months, and I had to leave. So now I recently joined again. So, and it was always a great experience with Toastmasters.
Great. Thank you so much. And we hope to see you again in the meeting in the online once at least. Thank you so much. Now moving to the newest member, the pretty girl Toastmaster Dipali. It's your first online meeting. Do you mind sharing a small feedback? How was your experience of our online meeting? And how are you feeling being Toastmaster now?
I'm feeling good, but not confident too much so that I can speak on some topics for 1 minute at least. But yeah, I'm feeling good. And today, the way Jagravi supported me on that table topic, it was very good. I felt good there because I am not able to speak anything on that topic. I don't have any content. Usually I don't have any content on my mind and I don't know what to speak on that. So yes, it was very good and experience though. Yeah.
So you are speaking so well. I think it's just the fear of spotlight. And that's why we are here for. We'll work on it. Thank you so much for sharing your feedback. Now moving towards the award section. Very exciting part of the meeting. Toastmaster Nishtha, who do we have as first nomination, Best Debater?
Yes, we have the Best Debater.
All right. Any guesses for the Best Debater? We had great participation for our Best Debater. Let me share the names. We had Toastmaster Ajay, then we had guest Ajay, Toastmaster Rohit, Toastmaster Tripti, Toastmaster Sambhav, guest Alicia, guest Tushar, guest Chintan, and then guest Dave. Any guess?
I have already seen the results, so I'll not guess.
All right, let's share the name now. It's Toastmaster Chintan.
It's Toastmaster Sambhav.
Oh,
I think.
Okay, this is great. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nishtha. I thought we did not have the certificates ready, but thank you so much for doing it in such short time. Now, who is the next one? Table topic?
Yes.
All right. Any guesses for the table topic? We had 4 participants in the table topics. Toastmaster Dipali, Toastmaster Nishtha, yes, Naveen, Toastmaster Naveen, and Toastmaster Karthik.
Toastmaster Karthik.
Yes, I think, because I have seen it.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, it's Karthik.
Yay, Karthik. After many days, and you still won the award. Congratulations.
And such people.
All right. Now, did we not take for the best role player, right? Let's have one nomination for the best role player.
Yes, but we did not had the polls for that.
Let's have the polls. We can do the certificates later.
Okay.
We'll send out on an
The game master is missing.
Okay, let's pick second one as game master. Toastmaster Harshita will consider as Toastmaster Piyush. I was anyway anchoring me.
So there are separate roles for.
I think game master is auxiliary role player.
We have, right?
We do have. Yes,
Okay,
yes, we do have.
Do timer and game master together as auxiliary.
So Harshita,
I guess we are done.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now let's have the best auxiliary role player.
I think we haven't seen the timer final presentation first.
Yes, we skipped his report.
Yeah, I think nobody crossed the time today. Plus, it was special meeting, so we'll give the discount to everybody. We actually did not want it to poll today because it's special meeting, but it on role players' demand, sometimes we should go for at least polls. So that's why we are taking the poll, and we'll share the certificate as well. Now let's see the best. We have one more, right, Rohit?
No, that's it.
Presentation one? No?
We should count that
Okay.
Ashita won the game master round. That's a special mention. The game, we can
Game
win.
The player.
The game Piyush conducted.
We have added. Okay, you're
No,
saying
you
special.
won that game.
Oh, yes, it was me for sure. Every time I participated, I failed. All right, let's see best role player now.
She bribed you. Conduct that poll. We weren't going to conduct it. Jagravi. It's Jagravi.
It's Jaggravi.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Jaggravi. We can see how much hard work you put in.
Hey, we can make a rule that if you won an award, you are not eligible for awards in the next meeting.
No, you are eligible to give a party to the fellow team resilience.
That's communism. You're killing my incentive to work.
All right, are we done with the awards?
Yep. No,
All right.
best auxiliary player is
We have to announce the auxiliary role player.
Let's not announce because we did not take timer report. So we will share the participation certificate for Toastmaster Piyush and Toastmaster Harsh because they were supporting the women of the club on Women's Special Day. So they both win the awards. Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh and Toastmaster Piyush, for taking up this role. Great. All right. With that, we come towards the end of the meeting, but we end our meetings in a special way. Now, do we still have Toastmaster Jyoti? I don't see her. No. All right. So let's have the winner, Toastmaster Jaggravi, say the slogan, the tagline of the meeting, and end this meeting on that.
Okay. I'm doing
In
this.
TMSL.
In TMSL, we don't want our
champions
to walk back home. We want them to fly back home.
Let's do it together, all of us. Just unmute ourselves and just say it all together on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. In TMSL, we don't want our champions to walk back home. We want them to fly back home. Thank you so much, everyone. See you on next Thursday.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you.
In TMSL, we don't want our champions to walk back home.
अगली बार आप भी तो बोला है कि लाइफ